Playing for the Brazilian national team alongside the likes of Neymar, Coutinho, Gabriel Jesus, his idol Marcelo, and representing Brazil in the World Cup is one of Lucas Silva's dreams. And this dream might just become a reality very soon for Lucas Silva, as there are rumors that Lucas Silva is in Tite's plans for the upcoming World Cup. Keep in mind, in this series, the 2018 World Cup in Russia is yet to be played. What do you guys think? Does Lucas Silva have a chance of getting picked for the World Cup? He's only 76 rated now, but he's growing rapidly, and we still have about 8 months until the World Cup. If he can stay fit, if he can continue to perform for Wolves like he has done throughout the course of the season so far, you never know, he might just make it. But the media do say he's in the plans of the Brazilian national team's coach. But anyways, hopefully you guys are enjoying this series. This is the 5th episode of the My Player series with Lucas Silva. And if you guys are enjoying this one, make sure to drop a like. Let's smash out 400 likes once again. And if you are new around here, make sure to subscribe for more FIFA 18 career mode content. Obviously, seeing all the rumors about the Brazilian national team might wanting to take me to the World Cup, things were getting interesting for Lucas Silva. He, of course, wasn't really completely focused on this game. I mean, can you really blame him? A chance for playing for Brazil, and the newspapers all were talking about just that. So Lucas Silva wasn't at his best in this one. Let's see if, of course, Wolves can still get the result. Lucas Silva trying to put in a cross, an early cross. He is definitely trying to use that early crossing trait, which is actually really OP in this game. So you guys will see a lot of those early crosses in today's video. But regardless, here's Iheanacho with a chance for Leicester. Puts in a fabulous ball with Demairo Gray getting the header off. It hit the post, and then on the rebound, Rui Patricio, the Portuguese goalkeeper, made a very good save. And now another chance for Leicester City as Iheanacho's header goes just above the crossbar. Now we are in the second half, and we might actually have an opportunity to score as Jota finds Raul Jimenez. Now back to Lucas Silva. He's in a scoring position, but we know how good Kasper Schmeichel is, and he comes up with a very solid save. Here's Lucas Silva with a clever pass off that right foot of his into size, and he gets the ball back with a quick 1-2, and here he goes on the attack. Plays this one out wide to Raul Jimenez. Now in the 90th minute, back into Lucas Silva. That was his chance to get his first goal in the Premier League for Wolves, and his first competitive goal, but it just wasn't to be. And the game comes to an end, another 0-0 result. Honestly, there are so many 0-0s in this series. I'm getting really annoyed by that. You know what? Next episode, I'm going to be bumping up the difficulty to Legendary just to see how the game works. Hopefully, I'll be able to cope with Legendary and we won't just be conceding goal after goal. It will be a different challenge though, and hopefully you guys do enjoy that. But a 6.6 rating in this one, and certainly Lucas Silva's mind wasn't on the game, and there you go. The boss Nuno Espirito Santo was definitely disappointed with Lucas Silva's performances, and it probably was because of the, Brazilian rumors of, getting picked for the national team. That probably got to Lucas Silva's mind, but hopefully now, getting a stern warning from the manager, he probably has it all sorted out, because of course if he wants to play for Brazil, he's got to be playing week in and week out for Wolves to, develop himself as a player and of course impress the, coaches of Brazil. He's now getting some training done, some defending endurance training. Of course, we know going forward he's very good, but defensively he can sometimes make a few errors here and there, but he's still pretty good, as you guys would have seen in the previous episode against Man City. But still training his defensive endurance and also giving some more training drills to Lucas Silva. He gets himself an A in the bucket up training session, which is nice because now his ball control is in the 70s, which is great. Anyways, moving on, now a game for Lucas Silva, and this one is against Brighton. It feels like we've played Brighton a lot of times in this series. This might be the second time we're facing them. We faced them once in the Carabao Cup where we did actually beat them and we did progress to the next round, and those games I think will be in the January transfer window, or during the January transfer window. Regardless, we could see a chance now for Brighton, but Lucas Silva did so well there defensively to push his opponent off the ball and win the ball back. And of course, a bit of chaos there after a bad pass from Lucas, but everything turned out well there. Now a chance though for Brighton. Locadia plays this one out wide. Could be a tough chance for Brighton as they win the ball back. It's Izquierdo now who finds Locadia, who gets the shots off, but Lucas there did really well to collect the rebound. Otherwise, well, it could have been a real dangerous situation there for us. But now we might have a chance going forward. Maybe not, as Knockout does intercept the ball. Lucas trying to track back here, but it might prove to be difficult, as a huge chance there for Lukatia, who hits that one straight at Rui Patricio, as the score remains 0-0 after 45 minutes. Now just before half-time, maybe an opportunity as Helder Costa finds Says. Now it's of course Jota into Raul Jimenez. Now Helder Costa gets the shots off and hits the post. So many close chances lately. I mean, hitting the post a few times in like every game, getting a bit frustrating. But here we might see a chance from Lucas Silva, as he does get a +1 in his acceleration. Might be putting in a cross. That's a half decent cross, but it gets cleared away. Well, at least he did get one of his stats up there, as Lucas Silva now again on the ball, plays this one out wide brilliantly to Jota. Now Raul Jimenez gets taken down inside the box. No penalty, of course. Now Helder Costa loses out, and we could be seeing a counter-attack from Brighton, as Locadia tries to play this one out wide. But Lucas, again, defensively has been absolutely perfect in this one. Draws another foul and gets a +1 on his aggression stat, and also gets some additional boots, which we've unlocked, which is great. Of course, he's signed with Umbro, so he can't really be using any other boots. There's a chance now for, of course, Brighton, but we do somehow get the ball away. And, well, there is a bit of a bad news, as Jota, one of our key players, one of the players we formed a really good relationship with, has gotten himself injured, and that really hurts because we know how good Jota is. I'm really hoping it isn't a serious injury, but things aren't looking good at all. It does seem like one of those serious injuries where he's going to miss like a month or two maybe. Hopefully not. As a chance now for Brighton, a big opportunity. The shot's taken and it's gone just wide. We could be potentially seeing another 0-0 result in the Premier League. Now, in the grand scheme of things, a 0-0 wouldn't be that bad for Wolves, considering how well we're doing in the Premier League and the fact that avoiding relegation is one of our main goals. So a point certainly helps. But now in the counter-attack, we might just have a chance as Lucas plays this one out wide to Raul Jimenez. But look at that, it just clearly shows lack of confidence for this man. He hasn't scored since that Man United game, and here he had a perfect chance to run at the opposition's defense. Instead, he took it wide and just completely wasted that chance. Something needs to be done about Raul Jimenez, because he's letting the team down. Anyways, a much better performance from Lucas Silva, and this one just out of position 3 times in the entire game, and now that is one hell of an achievement. Also, it's interesting to see that the coach is still not fully impressed with Lucas Silva's performance, because there were a lot of remarks in the red. So that is something that's interesting, but something that is very disappointing indeed is Diogo Jota's injury. He's going to be out for the next 3 months, and that is just not good because he's a key player of this side. Anyways, Lucas Silva goes on to Twitter and does tweet, of course, a speedy recovery to, of course, Jota, who is his friend. And let's hope that's exactly what happens, because Jota and Lucas have formed a really good partnership, and now that's been taken away at least for the next 3 months, which is not good. But anyways, now finally the Wolves manager is appreciating, Nuno Espirito Santo is appreciating Lucas Silva's defensive performance. I guess that message he did send to Lucas Silva to not get distracted by all the rumours and all has really helped, as Lucas Silva has performed a lot better than before, and let's hope he can keep this up and slowly and gradually get to that 80 overall, where he might stand a chance of getting picked for the upcoming FIFA World Cup, or maybe even earn himself a big move to a big club. Who knows? But right now we've got Crystal Palace versus Wolves. We're playing this one away from home. So far, 2 consecutive draws. Can we see some goals in this one? I really hope. Again, playing as a left wing back, which is always nice, but the left winger is Graham in this game. Let's be honest, he isn't really the best of players, so I'm not sure what to do in this one. But we could be seeing an early chance for Crystal Palace's terrible play from Lucas. I do not know what I was doing with him roaming around that left wing area, but regardless, we do get ourselves a let off for that. But now Lucas Silva on the attack, plays in a nice pass around Jimenez, gets the ball back, and still Lucas Silva, he's going to try and put in the cross. It's again a brilliant early cross, but this time it was intercepted. Good idea though from Lucas Silva, and we do get a throw in. Might see another opportunity as Lucas Silva trying a couple of drag backs. The first one did work, the second one as well worked, and now Lucas Silva goes for the 4th drag back and puts in a cross. It finds its way to Helder Costa. It couldn't have been a better cross. That was one of the best crosses Lucas Silva has put in his entire career, and his teammate, let's be honest, did bottle that one, because that was the kind of chance you put into the back of the net no matter what. What a chance wasted. And then just moments after that, a chance comes for Crystal Palace, and they weren't gonna miss, as this one goes right into the back of the net. A fabulous attempt from one of the Crystal Palace players as they take the lead against Wolves. To be fair, I feel like we've been hard done, because so far we've been the team that have dominated, putting in them crosses, but luck in terms of goals has just not been there. We've hit the post in a few games. We've created golden opportunities, but we've missed them. In fact, even Lucas Silva is guilty of missing a few chances here and there. So it has been a bit of a weird episode. I mean, Jota getting injured, us wasting chance after chance like this one, especially this one. What a beautiful cross. The curve was just perfect. The early crossing trade again coming in clutch. And I was again really disappointed to see my teammate not converting that. As now Raul Jimenez plays this one again out wide to Lucas. Maybe another cross, but this time he gets taken down brutally. I guess Crystal Palace have found out that Lucas Silva running down the wings is something that is very lethal and needs to be stopped. As here, they go for a very, very dirty trick. And it does work as Lucas Silva picks up a knock. And it doesn't look that serious, thankfully. But he does get himself a knock and maybe an injury, and this one doesn't look that serious as I said, but he could be out for a couple of weeks or so, and I'm not taking any chances. I do not want him to aggravate that injury. Even though Crystal Palace are in the lead, I'm calling for the substitution. Thankfully the coach did agree for that. He of course knows that Lucas Silva is an important player in this side and he needs to be fit more often than not. But anyways, unfortunately, it does seem like a bit of an injury. But regardless, the game against Crystal Palace ends in a loss. Palace won this one 2-1, which I guess was a bit of a disappointment. But oh well, Lucas Silva didn't really play in that after the first half. And there you go. Lucas is going to be out for the next 3 weeks because of a sprained knee, which is so disappointing considering we just had Liverpool. And you guys already know the track record of Lucas in big games. He's absolutely balled out against Arsenal, Man United, Man City, but he can't do it against Liverpool because of this injury. Regardless, he will be missing like 4 to 5 or maybe even 6 games, which is really disappointing and will hamper his growth and maybe potentially his chances for representing Brazil in the World Cup. But hey, injuries are a part of this game. Although Lucas does go up in his overall though. He's now up to a 77 rating, left back, 20 years old. I think that's phenomenal. His value is now 19.5 million euros, which is crazy considering Corinthians weren't willing to, sign him up for free, and then he went on to join Wolves for like a couple of million, which is crazy stuff. But regardless, Lucas Silva is now injured and I'm hoping he'll be back stronger than ever. This is his first professional injury, so you never know how a player is going to react to it, but we'll see what happens. Also changing Lucas's appearance, so once he's back from his injury, he's going to be wearing these sweatbands. Let me know if I should put sweatbands on both the arms or just one, because I'm not sure what will look good on Lucas Silva. You guys can help me decide. But now we are 13 games into the season and Wolves have dropped to 10th place, and it might just reduce now because we will have to simulate the next 4 or 5 games because of the fact that Lucas Silva is injured. But let's hope for the best. But that is it guys for today's episode. Next episode will be the road to recovery of Lucas Silva's return to playing football. So let's hope that will go smoothly and he will be back within like the next 6 games to play competitive football once again. But that is it for today's episode. Really hope you guys are enjoying this series, and if you guys are, make sure to drop a like on this one. 400 likes would be insane. Subscribe if you're new around here, and I'll see you guys next time.